Hey, instead of doing my regular content this week, I've decided to tell you about my experience with my first Ayurveda cleanse or detox. I was already into Ayurveda for a year and a half or 2 years when I did my first cleanse, and it was the one in the spring, so the one that I'm organizing for this coming spring. And I've decided to go full in because that's me. When I do something, I do it completely. So basically, we were provided with a notebook. We were provided with some few recipes, actually, just one mainly recipes that was the Kichari, a few soups, and there were like a few techniques of breathing, a few technique of movement. We had support. There were like a call at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end, and it was a 2 weeks cleanse. So that was very interesting, quite intense. And let me tell you that I'm not going to be, I'm not going to lie to you. It was maybe a little bit complicated the first day or two, but after that, there's a moment when you find your groove, and it's just a surfing experience, basically. And then you come back and you are so happy you did it. For me, there was a sense of clarity that came with it that I really liked. There was a moment where I was able to feel some sensation that I maybe had lost for a time, like being connected with my hunger, knowing that, okay, this is what it is to be hungry and not eating just for the sake of eating. What allowed that was actually the fact that there were no snacking in between, the same as we do with our clients. And that's a powerful thing. So yeah, that was my experience. And since then, that was like 6 years back or something like that. Since then, I've been doing a cleanse twice a year, a week, not 2 weeks anymore, but just a week or just a few days, depending on how we feel, because my partner is doing it as well. And or we do sometimes, especially the recipes, the Kichari, we do it every so often when we don't know what to eat. So that's an easy way of thinking, okay, let's do a Kichari. And that's so easy and that's delicious. All right, so I want to tell you about the cleanse. So the cleanse is 10 days, and we ease into it with a 2-day pre-cleanse where you will have lots of different recipes, actually, and delicious recipes, to ease into the class. And I think that at that time, the most important thing, even if you don't really want to do the recipes, you will have some clue about what kind of food to eat. And the most important thing is to try to avoid any hooks that would make you eating something sweet or having a glass of wine or snacking. So I think that's the most important thing during these 2 days. It's not about the food, it's about what are your habits and trying to eat 3 meals: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Maybe you will have to adjust the time a little bit. And if you need 4 meals, you need 4 meals. That's okay. But yes, and then after that, what people think of being maybe the most complicated phase, which is not actually, you'll see, it's a mono diet. So for 5 days, you will eat just some Kichari. Kichari is dish made of mung dal, but you can also use spices into it and some vegetables. Then after that 5 days, that you can actually reduce to 3 days if that's really not your thing to eat the same thing for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 5 days. You can reduce it to 3 days, and you may just need 3 days actually. And then after that, for 3 more days to complete the 10 days, there's a return to regular life. And again, with some beautiful recipes if you want to get inspired, or you will maybe understand more about yourself and about your constitutions. And maybe you will choose not to go back to this type of food that you are not really feeling great about before the cleanse. So yeah, that's what it is in a nutshell. There's also lots of different habits or routine that are offered during the 10 days Ayurvedic cleanse. Some beautiful self-care technique like the tongue scraping, nasya, which is oiling the noise, the inside of the noise, or even a neti, which is the draining of the sinuses, if you are up to it and want to try. The dry massage, which is very useful at that time of the year. And obviously, the king or the queen of the treatment in Ayurveda, which is the Abhyanga, the body massage. And there are short version and long version. So we'll talk about that, and you will have some techniques for that. And obviously, you will have some support. Basically, you will have 3 calls during our time together: a call at the beginning, a call in the middle, and a call at the end. But I'm very excited to add for everyone who would sign up for the cleanse this year, and there's no limit of time. It could be the day before. I will offer a 1-hour one-on-one to talk about your eating habits, to talk about your constitution maybe, and to try to discover actually what would you beneficiate more. So it's not only a collective experience, it's really going to be, if you want or if you desire, it's really going to be a personalized experience, because that's what Ayurveda is about. Ayurveda is about personalizing and making sure that it is working for you. Yeah, so in a nutshell, that's what happened during a 10-day cleanse. So if you have any question, let me know. Oh, one last thing. Lots of people like the 10 days cleanse, especially if they are at the back of their mind, if they want to stop coffee just for a short period of time, for 10 days. So during our times, you are invited to not consuming coffee, not consuming alcohol, not consuming anything that have sugar content. And some people just do the cleanse just to kind of like get a sort of reset without the coffee. So if that's something that we are interested in, the cleanse is actually a beautiful time to do that. So all the info about the cleanse are on my website, handsoncaregiving.com. You can also go into the notes, and there will be a link for that, and you're going to hear about it a lot in the next few weeks. The cleanse is April 8th until April 17th. So just on time for you to jump in the summer. All right. So I hope that's informative. Let me know if you need more information.